to Eric Mandel, the founder and director of the Middle East Political Information Network. Let's start with this F-35 issue, Eric. If Saudi Arabia gets these jets, how does that change the regional balance? And what does it mean for Israel's long-protected qualitative military edge?
So the F-35, if they get them, is a significant strategic and policy shift. It will alter the balance, the military balance, and it tests the very qualitative military edge, the definition of it, which is enshrined in American law. Now, this isn't just me saying this. The Israeli Air Force has reached out to the political echelon to say they're worried. And the New York Times reported that American intelligence and defense officials said that it will damage Israel's air superiority and military dominance. Now, what I think should be here is that the U.S. should demand that there is no delivery of the F-35s until there is full, not partial, not just some words, normalization with Israel. And there is precedent for this because the United Arab Emirates was promised F-35s, but still has not gotten them, although that is getting closer. The other part from American national security interest is the worry that because Saudi Arabia has been very close with the Chinese, in fact, the Chinese created a rapprochement with Iran, that Chinese can steal the most advanced American technologies of these fifth generation jets. So
Right.
this is complex. The F-35 people are going to try to say in the administration is not going to be the one that Israel has, but this is a game changer. And just remember, just 24 years ago, we were talking about Saudi Arabia and 9/11 was happening. And just a short time ago, we were talking about Saudi Arabia and MBS being a pariah after the Khashoggi killing. Things change quickly in the Middle East, and to assume that Saudi Arabia will remain a stable monarchy and have F-35s and who knows, maybe a civilian nuclear energy is a major security challenge for Israel looking to the future.
What does this tell us about what Trump is looking for in this relationship with the Saudi crown prince? And what does it tell us about the strength of the U.S.-Israel relationship? Because we're seeing analysts say that, there's very much a high chance that even if Saudi Arabia doesn't agree to join the Abraham Accords, this deal with F-35s is going to move forward.
Um, First of all, I think we have to stop and say Trump has done a lot of very strong things for the U.S.-Israel relationship, going back to his first term with the embassy move, recognizing Jerusalem, recognizing the Golan Heights, diminishing the PLO in their offices, and also creating a deal that allowed Israeli live hostages and almost all the dead hostages to have come out and Israel remain in Gaza. So there's a lot that the administration and his advisors have been able to do on Israel's behalf. But it definitely is a challenge as we go to the future. And you remember, President Trump, let's assume everything he does is for the strength of the U.S.-Israel relationship, which obviously we're challenging now to a certain degree.
Mhm.
But who follows President Trump in 2028, Democrat or Republican, can undermine many of these things. And by the way, the Saudis know that too.
All right, Eric Mandel joining us from the United States with that analysis. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to turn now to our